Dana White tells fans that in-fight ads won't stop. The UFC's first numbered event on Paramount+, UFC 324, faced immediate backlash from fans because of more ads than usual, but Dana White quickly defended the network's choice to air commercials, pointing to the economics of Paramount+, $7.7 billion media rights deal. Viewers took to social media after UFC 324, complaining that ads disrupted fighter walkouts and corner talk between rounds, a major change from the UFC's pay-per-view model, where main card action was uninterrupted. Despite the fight world complaining about it, Dana White says he can't do anything about it.
Tonight, there was a lot of ads during the broadcast, sometimes over the walks and sometimes over the corner work. Is that something fans are going to have to get used to, or is that a work in progress that you'll change going
I haven't
forward?
seen it yet, and all this is a work in progress. It's $8.99. You're not paying fucking, however much anymore. These guys gotta make some money too. So, yeah.
Would that be something that they decide, or would you watch it back and maybe think, okay, the co-main event, we should still hear the corner work, or are you just like, listen, Paramount paid for it, they get to decide?
Well, that is a fact. Let's start there. But these guys are incredible to work with already, so we'll figure it out.
Conor McGregor went to Paddy's house to bust him up. Did Conor McGregor really go to Paddy Pimblett's house to confront him? According to Dan Hooker, who has had his own heated exchanges with Pimblett over the past few weeks, McGregor was unhappy with a few comments Paddy had made and allegedly went to his house looking for payback. Hooker claims that Pimblett was too scared to come outside when McGregor showed up.
Like, this guy talks, and then he gets caught on his shit and he just turns into victim. He goes into victim mode straight away. Like, he's talk shit. Is that common knowledge that Conor, he talks shit about Conor McGregor, and then Conor McGregor drove around to his house? He drove around to his house and he sat outside in his car calling the bloke, and Paddy refused to come outside. That tells you all you need to know about a guy.
Pimblett actually spoke about the incident back in 2021, ahead of his UFC debut. In an interview at the time, he said McGregor was supposedly outside his house, but hinted that the Irish star may have ended up knocking on the wrong door instead. That wrong door could easily be corrected, with McGregor potentially facing Pimblett at the UFC's White House event. Conor McGregor in champ for UFC White House. The historic card is expected to take place on June 14 on the South Lawn of the White House in Washington, D.C. McGregor, a former two-division champion, has made it clear that his return is a top priority, stressing that he's leaving nothing to chance in his training. In exclusive clips released by the Mac Life, he broke down how he's preparing for the comeback.
It's going to be some hell of a camp, he's taking one hell of a camp. And I get seriously way back. And my strong rockets. These are missiles, yeah. These are fucking missiles. Camp 100%.
Conor McGregor is looking sharp, but the big question remains, who will he fight? If it's not Paddy, then who will Paddy fight? Well, Pimblett isn't short of options either. Colby Covington makes bizarre callout. Colby Covington is aiming to make his return at the UFC's White House card in June. And guess who he has on his hit list? Well, let's hear it out. Hear what Covington said in a recent interview. Paddy Pimblett is a big guy. He cuts a lot of weight. He probably weighs more than me at walk-around weight anyway and may not want to keep going at 155 pounds. So what's the sense in Paddy going back to lightweight? There are no big fights for him now that he lost to Gi. I want to present that idea to the UFC that, hey, me and Paddy, a British guy and a USA guy on the White House lawn would be amazing. I don't want to fight an American because it doesn't make sense to fight an American in the American capital on the 250th birthday of America. Paddy Pimblett makes sense. He's got a bowl cut. He's got an accent. I think the fight would get the fans excited. Donald Trump gives shocking UFC White House prediction. Donald Trump is keeping the hype surrounding UFC White House alive as well. Last year, the former president announced that, to celebrate America's 250th anniversary, the UFC would host a fight night on the White House lawn this summer. UFC CEO Dana White quickly backed the idea, and details about the event have been steadily emerging over the past few months. On Friday, Trump once again promoted the spectacle, claiming that he is planning a stadium in front of the White House with room for 100,000 fans.
They are going to put up something that's really amazing. It's really having to do with our great 250th birthday, where we're having so many wonderful things. UFC is coming, as you know, in front of the White House with a building, literally a stadium. We're going to have over 100,000 people. And this is going to have a lot of people. I won't even say how many people because I think it can set a record for racing. It's going to be very, very important. We're celebrating greatness with America.
Francis Ngannou's PFL ship sinking. Is Francis Ngannou headed out of the PFL? Ngannou was the biggest free agent signing in PFL history, but so far, he's only fought once for the promotion, in a one-sided TKO win over Renan Ferreira in October 2024. This week, PFL released its new promotion rankings, and Ngannou was notably absent from the heavyweight list. New champion Vadim Nemkov sits at the top, with Ferreira right behind him. The omission immediately sparked questions about Ngannou's future, though PFL CEO John Martin clarified that leaving him out wasn't his decision. Here is what Martin said. "We didn't come up with the rankings. I haven't spoke to Combat Registry. Maybe it's Francis' inactivity that didn't allow him to be eligible for the rankings. There was nothing on our part to keep him out of the rankings." Martin's comments sounded like a CEO trying to downplay a major issue, but what he said next practically confirmed that all is not well behind the scenes. He said, "I don't have anything to announce at the moment on Francis. If there's a fight that makes sense for Francis in the PFL, we'll make it happen. We're still working through that. When there's something to announce, I'll announce it. I know that's not satisfying, but that's where I'm at right now." Is Francis Ngannou's PFL ship sinking? You be the judge. Will Khamzat Chimaev smoke Alex Pereira? If Khamzat Chimaev ever steps into the octagon with Alex Pereira, TJ Dillashaw believes it would be one-sided. Chimaev, the reigning UFC middleweight champion, hasn't defended his belt yet, but has already called out Pereira, the light heavyweight champion. Fans are excited about the matchup, though some worry it could turn into a grappling showcase for boors. Dillashaw is among those who think Chimaev would dominate Poten from start to finish.
Division. Alex Pereira sitting at champ in the light heavyweight division. Do we see them fight each other at the White House?
I hope not.
Why?
Because Khamzat would run through Alex Pereira.
Oh, hello. TJ with the call of the year. He would run through Alex Pereira.
Run through.
Wow, I love the confidence.
Wow.
Looking out for the team.
That's not looking about the team. That's like looking at styles.
Yeah, looking at
so stylistically,
he
Alex Pereira's not
runs
stuffing or taking any of those takedowns.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Not.
He ain't sprawling on Khamzat.
He can try.
He ain't hitting him with a quick sprawl.
You could try.
Wow. What do you think?
I mean, based off of what I've been able to see from Khamzat,
Chimaev has been repeatedly calling out Alex Pereira for a White House showdown, and Pereira recently fired back in an Instagram post saying, "That guy says he wants to fight with me, he's gotta get there, understand? He's far, but I could challenge him to fight in his area if he wants. Let me look at you directly, let's fight in your area grappling. And another thing, we can fight in UFC BJJ. Let's do that then, let's make it happen. I don't even know how much money I'll make, but good money though. You know who I am, the money is good, that money will be donated 100% to charity. That work for you, Chama?" Chimaev was quick to respond, and this is what he had to say. "Boors 15 wins, Chama 13 wins and 3 losses. Only this is the difference between us." In a different tweet, Khamzat said, "If you show respect, I show back respect. Chama team talk too much, that's why no respect anymore." Jon Jones is not too hopeful about Khamzat Chimaev matchup. Jon Jones isn't sounding too confident about facing Alex Pereira on June 14. Pereira recently called out Jones, who warned the Brazilian to be careful what you wish for. Pereira, who already has middleweight and light heavyweight belts to his name, has hinted at moving to heavyweight for a third title, and while Jones vacated his heavyweight belt last year, Pereira is still interested in fighting him. Dana White has expressed interest in a Jones versus Pereira matchup for the UFC White House card as well, but he isn't sure if Jones can be counted on. In a recent interview, Jones admitted he's uncertain about fighting Pereira, but is staying ready and in shape for the event.
Are we going to see you and Alex Pereira, White House, and would you go back down to light heavyweight? It's got to be heavyweight. What do you want?
I don't know what's going to happen, Smo. I'm working out. I'm eating healthy. I'm living the lifestyle. I'm walking the walk the way I've done it my whole life. And I don't really know what's going to happen, but regardless, man, I take it one day at a time. Some things are just out of my control, but I feel good. I feel blessed. Whether I fight again or not, I feel wonderful, and I'm so grateful for this life that God granted me with.
Petr Yan undergoes surgery, out for a long time. Petr Yan's comeback to the octagon has hit a major roadblock, and it has landed him in a hospital room. The reigning UFC bantamweight champion revealed that he recently underwent extensive lumbar surgery, spending 9 hours under anesthesia. Yan shared the news on Instagram, posting from his hospital bed with an IV in his arm and a tray of hospital food beside him. He said, "I was under anesthesia for 9 hours. I had surgery on my lower back yesterday, a couple of months and I'll be back in action. "Don't lose me, I'm in rehab for a few months." In a sport where timing is everything, this setback is significant. Yan's absence comes at a time when he just won the belt. The division is heating up and contenders are circling around his belt. How does this shake up the title picture? Aljamain Sterling is not happy with the UFC. Former UFC champion Aljamain Sterling is not happy with the UFC. Sterling has been more vocal in recent months, openly sharing his frustrations with the UFC and the sport itself, a move that has earned him respect from many in the MMA community. As 2026 approaches, his role in the featherweight division is still unclear. At 36, he holds a 2-1 record at 145 pounds, with a close loss to Movsar Evloev, and remains in the mix for a potential title run. In a recent interview, Sterling discussed his future and took a subtle shot at the promotion.
That they make. I'm just here for a good time. I don't got much time left in the tank, right? So I gotta get it going again. If I'm gonna try to win another belt, I gotta start now. So I'm hoping they don't ice me again like they did last year. One fight for the year was tough. I would like to get another, like 2 or 3 this year. That's like.
Armin Tsarukyan explains how Dagestan saved his family. Armin Tsarukyan recently opened up about a Dagestani family who gave his family shelter during his childhood, a gesture he says was crucial to their survival. The UFC lightweight contender shared the story in a recent interview with Daniel Cormier, explaining why he feels such a strong connection to the region.
Millions is not enough. Billions is enough.
I heard that your family and that your family's money comes a bit from construction, or did you guys just build entire cities?
No, my father just in construction, and he does like nothing like people think like he's a billionaire.
Okay, he just invests well.
Yeah, he's just a smart, hard worker. Maybe if I was a billionaire, maybe I wouldn't fight.
Did he grapple or anything? Did he wrestle?
No, he grew up in the village, and he had the dream always to wrestle or to have a kids, and they could go to the different sport and wrestle.
I don't remember. I was born in Georgia and then I moved to Russia. So when I was 3 years old or 2.5 years old, but I remember my childhood from Russia.
Yeah.
So beginning was we had a hard life, because we just moved there. My father, we didn't have a house, and then my father started working hard and make money, and we got the house, we got all opportunities. One Dagestani people, they said, "Oh, come and you can live with us, don't pay money, just we stay with them like 1 year until we build our house." And then we built our house and we moved to them. Our house.
Do you remember, can you remember,
just a little bit?
Born in 1996 in Akolkalaki, Georgia, to Armenian parents, Tsarukyan's father, Neri, worked in construction before moving the family to Russia. Is Shavkat Rakhmonov gone for good? Shavkat Rakhmonov's UFC comeback could be delayed even further. The Kazakh fighter, who last fought in 2024, missed all of 2025 due to a meniscus injury and a partial ACL tear. After months of rehab, Nomad was expected to return in 2026, but recent footage has many in the MMA world doubting he'll be back anytime soon. In the latest update, Rakhmonov was spotted on crutches with a knee brace at the NAIZA 80 Domestic League event, a clip widely shared across multiple news outlets on social media. Joe Pyfer goes off on MMA fans. Joe Pyfer thinks MMA fans are soft. In a recent interview, Joe Pyfer addressed a question about whether Americans are raising kids too soft. Pyfer went on to blame modern social ideas, discussions around gender identity, and the promotion of multiple genders for men not being raised the way they used to be. He then turned his attention to MMA fans, claiming the fanbase has also gotten soft. Pyfer said online supporters often disregard a fighter's feelings, something he's personally felt after taking losses in the cage. He said, "This generation is soft. Everybody acts as if they care about each other's feelings, bro. That's not the case. The regular family doesn't give a what I go through. They don't care how I emotionally feel. They don't care what bills I have to pay. They don't care if I'm hurt. They don't care. Like, I lost it, bro. I fought Jack Hermanson with walking pneumonia. I had 2 staph infections on a ton of antibiotics. I trained for 2 5-minute rounds for that fight. And I fought my ass off and fought 5 rounds. The MMA community doesn't give a f. They don't care. You know what? They say you suck. Fraud check. You're the bomb. All this sh*t, like they don't give a f, bro. Do you agree with Joe Pfeiffer? That's all for today's roundup of the biggest MMA stories. Let us know what you think about everything we covered down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, as we've got a lot more MMA and boxing content coming your way, and you won't want to miss it.